Hey, Scruffy. How you doing? Wow. Barely a meow. Didn't even come up to the door, huh? So, yeah, I gave Scruffy some kibble at lunch. So maybe he's not hungry. It's only a snack, though. But yeah, he seems very unmotivated tonight. Okay, well, I got more of your smelly fish. Okay, I guess I'll bring it out. So, it's a hot day today. And it's still really hot right now. It's about 20 minutes early to dinner. Probably should have waited longer. It's still too warm out here. Okay. So, yeah, we're in the middle of a heat wave now. So it was as hot as they predict it. I don't think my house heated up as much as I thought it would. But I think it's only because, yeah, we're still coming out of winter/spring. So, yeah, we're not even summer yet. And I think if we had multiple days of this, it'd be really hot in the house. But since this is just kind of the first really, really nasty day, yesterday was not good, but it wasn't nasty. So I'm thinking, yeah, probably this first day it's just, yeah, starting to heat up the house, and then any subsequent days, yeah, the house will already be heated, so it'll just stay hot. So good thing that the heat wave is supposed to end tomorrow, so I'll get another hot day tomorrow, but not as hot as today. And then it's supposed to cool down to, I think, what it was roughly before the heat wave. So we'll be back to early spring temperatures instead of middle of summer temperatures. Scruffy's starting to get a little more into the pits. It's actually really hot right now. I'm starting to sweat. So I'm still wearing all the protective gear. So I got the jeans and the sweatshirt on, so in case Scruffy decides to scratch me. But yeah, it's making me hot. And yeah, it was just yesterday morning that it was still cold enough that house furnace kicked in. And I keep the thermostat pretty low, so it was pretty cold. And I've still been wearing thermals. I'm actually still wearing them right now, but yeah, that's a mistake. I think I need to take them off. So I usually wear more clothes on top of my thermals, so I took most of the other clothing off. Probably should have just took off the thermals. But yeah, the weather's been weird. So I stayed in today, no run, no walk. Did some pull-ups. So I didn't get any footage of any other cats since I didn't go out today. But my guess is, if they were smart, they would have stayed hidden because it was too hot. And Scruffy actually stayed mostly hidden through the day. So I didn't get too much footage of him, except when I came out for water, to bring out his water, which I'll talk about when I feed him. So I've been mentioning, I've been dealing with my financial problem. So yesterday the big thing was I was supposed to fax in a bunch of paperwork, which I did. I actually did it 2 days ago. And then I got a call at the end of the day yesterday saying they had not received the paperwork, even though I told them I sent it. So they suggested I fax it again. So I did that, and then I called them again to let them know, but they were already closed for the day. So today I followed up with them, and they finally did track down the paperwork. So it is now, I guess, being processed. Problem is, yeah, it's so late now. It may already be too late, but nothing I can do at this point. So I did everything humanly possible. So I guess I'll see what happens. So part of me small part of me actually doesn't mind if the paperwork doesn't go through, because if the paperwork does go through, then I have to make another decision. So basically this is that secondary plan, which will, in theory, reduce my losses a little bit more. Not a lot more, but a little bit more. And so the problem with this is it's not a perfect solution. It's a workaround, and by doing it, I actually do put myself at risk, because if things don't go as predicted, I'm actually exposed to new potential losses. In theory, they could actually be greater than the losses I was looking at. Though the probabilities of that, I think, are very, very low. Lower than the probabilities, I think, that got me into this mess, but I don't know. I don't know. I've already been hit by this black swan event, so I'm thinking, statistically, I shouldn't really be hit with 2 black swan events back to back, but I guess you could make an argument that this one black swan event would then necessitate the other bad case scenario as a possible outcome. It's hard to argue that, but I can come up with a twisted case why it could possibly happen. But right now I'm basically faced with a guaranteed loss and an opportunity to mitigate that loss with a very high chance of it succeeding. Yeah. But a small probability that it could actually make it worse. So anyway, that's why I'd say if the paperwork didn't make it through in some sense, then I don't have to stress over the situation because I won't be able to make the decision. If the paperwork does go through, then I have to make the decision in approximately a week. Okay, let's get your food. I think he's slurping the food. So he likes the smelly fish. So there's one more portion left. So he'll get that tomorrow. And then it's back to the normal stuff. I still haven't placed the order for the new batch of cat food because I've been busy. I need to do that. So, yeah, so the one time I saw Scruffy today was when I brought out the water. And when I brought out the water, I actually didn't see him. So I looked around, and yeah, he was nowhere to be seen. I walked around the table and everything. So he was in hiding. I'm guessing it's probably maybe because of the sun, because it's hot. But I decided I was going to eventually make some chicken in my sun oven. So since the sun is really hot today and tomorrow, I thought I would get out the sun oven and take advantage of it because I don't want to heat up the house with a real oven. And I started thawing out some chicken a couple days ago, but it's still frozen, so that's why I didn't make it today. But at the time, I just wanted to get everything in place. So one of the things I need to do is I need to get a table out. I hope you can see it. So I pulled a table out to put my sun oven on. It's nice out. It's out in the open. No trees are blocking anything. And while I was getting the table, that's when Scruffy snuck back onto the deck to get a drink of water. And so as I was setting up the table, I saw Scruffy had noticed me and decided to run away, and he ran off into that table on the far edge with the gray tarp. So he hid under there while I was getting the table out. So after I finished setting up the table, I think I came back in and I wanted to get I wanted to clean out the sun oven because apparently even though I seal it and keep it closed and covered and everything, bugs still manage to go in. I don't even know why they go in, but they decide they want to go into the sun oven and then they get trapped in there, and I want to clean that out. So at that point, Scruffy, I think, came back for the water, and then I think I was filming him on and off. So at one point, after he finishes drinking the water, he actually, I think, kind of comes up to the door, and I think he's like waiting on me to do something. So since I need to go back out and clean the sun oven, I come out, and then he hisses at me. I don't think I got that on film, but he hissed and meowed at me. So he'd hiss and then he'd meow, and then he'd hiss again and then meow, and then hiss again, meow. While he's kind of backing up away from me as I'm slowly walking out. And then eventually, I think I finished cleaning the oven. I go back in, and I think yeah, I decided to leave him some kibble just for the heck of it, since he was kind of approaching me, kind of. So I put some kibble on the red plate, and went back in, and then he eventually ate the kibble. And then I think he came back up to the door and waited for me again. But at that point, I was done. So I decided to eventually close the blinds and get back to all the other stuff I needed to do today. So my plan is tomorrow I'm gonna cook my chicken in my sun oven. So I'm probably gonna do a shake and bake style chicken. Maybe I'll cook some rice too. So I actually never did do that egg fried rice. I was talking about that I think a few months ago. I never got around to it. It's one of the things you need is leftover rice. And yeah, I've been trying to cut down the carbs in my diet, so I haven't had much, if any, rice or bread for that matter, or pasta. I've done a little bit of pasta now and then. But I mix it in with that shiitake noodles, which is I think it's a type of root. It's like a yam, but they cut it into like noodle shape. So I guess it's like mostly fiber, so you don't digest much of it. So it's kind of low calorie. I mix it in with my pasta, so I try to get the fullness feeling without consuming a lot of calories. But yeah, they're a little chewy, a little rubbery. So I'm figuring out how to perfectly cook them. Okay, I think Scruffy's done. He did a pretty good job lifting the ball, so I don't think I'm going to move the balls. Okay, so thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.